Greetings, everyone. Congratulations. You've made it to Module 7 of EDU 695, our special topics course on instructional coaching and mentoring new teachers. Anita Stewart-McCafferty here with you to walk you through the last week of this accelerated online course. You have done a fabulous job. Thank you for your insight. And it's been a lot of reading and a lot of discussion and a lot of learning packed into a short amount of time. So this week for Module 7, we are focused on a little bit of a new topic, and it's certainly related, but looking at instructional drivers. So these daily drivers that help to promote teacher effectiveness, and also around assessing students' progress and then reflecting on the year. I love that phase of the year when you can reflect on what went well, what you hope to improve upon, and I find as educators we're so hopeful. We have next year to look forward to, and we think, oh, I can do that better, or oh gosh, I'm really going to miss those students, but I can't wait to find out who my next year's learners are. And so there's that hopeful anticipation that comes maybe a little bit after we've had some relaxation and time to rejuvenate. This week, our guiding questions are, how do you help a novice or collaborating teacher review their teaching practices? How will you help a novice or collaborating teacher review assessments that might be required by the district or state? How will you continue to include students' perspectives and encourage parent communication? That through line, all the way through the year. How do you help a novice collaborating teacher reflect on the entire year? And so we become accustomed often to reflect on the last lesson that we taught, or maybe the day, or maybe as much as a week, or a particular strategy. And so how do we help our new teachers and those that we're collaborating with to really take a step back or a step above and reflect on the entire year? Because that helps you to really gain a new set of reality, right? And where you are now, so that you can think about how to improve as you're moving forward. Another guiding question, how will you help a novice or collaborating teacher implement school closing routines? And there's a lot to that. Closing down for the year. How will you reflect upon your mentoring and coaching practices in order to improve in the future? So this moves away from helping others per se, to really thinking about your own practices, your own skill sets, your own knowledge base. How do you improve, reflect on that, and work to improve that so that you can help other teachers, so that teacher development and retention and increased student achievement can occur? How will you share your mentoring and coaching ideas with others? And so really this idea that I fully always try to support the notion of mentoring and coaches support groups. And so having your own professional learning community or network where you're able to bounce ideas off, talk about challenges and dilemmas, and really help to improve each other's skill sets through your dialogue and interaction with one another. And what are the instructional drivers necessary to become an effective instructional coach? And how might you be able to apply those to your coaching practices? So this week, we are going to make reference to a book that I highly recommend. It's by Dr. Nathan Lang-Rad, Everyday Instructional Coaching. And in this book, he talks about 7 daily drivers to support teacher effectiveness. You're going to have the opportunity to explore those drivers through a webinar by Nathan. And so look forward to that. Our module objectives are threefold. One of them is to design a plan for helping a novice or collaborating teacher reflect upon their teaching strategies, assessment data, and student and parent involvement in communication. The other is to explain the 7 daily drivers from this book here necessary to become a more effective instructional coach, and how you might apply them to your practice in order to improve your effectiveness. And the third one is to reflect upon your mentoring and coaching and compose a plan or a goal to improve your effectiveness in the future. So this week, you're going to wrap up with mentoring in action, and the 3 months that we have left to kind of explore and look into are those of May, June, and July. So you're going to read through, skim and scan, tag, reflect upon what's in those chapters. And there are a few, as always, videos that are connected with mentoring in action for you to watch as well. Then your learning activities this week, 7.1 and 7.2, the first one, 7.1, is around the 7 daily drivers. So after you've had a chance to watch the webinar and really think and explore this idea, then you're going to compose a written explanation of how you can use those 7 daily drivers to become a more effective instructional coach, and how you can apply them to your practice in order to improve your effectiveness. And one of the ways that I think about the way that I get to know if my effectiveness is improved or not is if the teachers that I'm collaborating with, if their effectiveness is improved. And a lot of times that will be demonstrated through student learning. And student learning can take, a whole lot of meanings. So it doesn't just mean their achievement scores on assessment data. It really depends on how we're defining that. But one of the ways that we get to know if we're effective or not is, bottom line, how does it impact students and their well-being, their learning, all of that. The second learning activity, 7.2, is a reflection and improvement plan. So this is your opportunity to really reflect upon your own practices, think about what you've learned during this course and the things that you've tried out or the things that you're looking forward to trying out, and set a plan or a goal to improve your effectiveness in the future. The discussion board activity will be around ideas for how do you help others reflect and improve. So some of the teachers that we work with, they're naturals. They reflect, they're reflective practitioners from the get-go. And they have good plans and good processes to do so, that metacognitive work. For others, it really takes some coaching and some modeling for them to be able to reflect in impactful ways. So what you're going to be asked to do and share with one another are plans for helping novice or collaborating teachers reflect upon their teaching strategies, the assessment data, and student and parent involvement in communication. So really sharing your best ideas for helping others reflect and create plans. In addition, what I always refer to as the will to improve. So how do you help others really find that motivation or that inclination that however good they are right now, that they want to improve, there are always next steps. I want to thank you for sticking with this accelerated online course and encourage you not to let up. There's a lot of learning left. You have 1/7 of the course left. So in this final week, really take advantage of those opportunities to move forward with some new learning, especially around the daily drivers work, but also take some time to step back, maybe a walk, maybe some outdoor time, maybe some quiet time in a room by yourself to really reflect, maybe some additional journaling, whatever works for you in order to really help you consolidate the learning that's occurred for you thus far, and what you will plan to do with that learning. Because we know that knowledge is wonderful, but knowledge is only potential power, as Jim Quick, a brain coach that I always look to, says. So just because we have the knowledge doesn't mean that we're going to put it into action. It's only potential power. So it's really having those plans to be able to put what we've been learning into practice that really make a difference for us, and then starting, implementing, trying one thing, and as quickly as you can to put that into practice. So have a great week of learning.